Hey everybody, it's The Move. I'm Greg. This is Joe.
Oh.
Today we'll be reacting to Meek Mill, What's Free, featuring Rick Ross and Jay-Z off the Championships album. This is part of our request day. Shout out to Ryan Coffey for requesting this. And you ready to get into it?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. This album was sick.
You know what free is, nigga? What's free? Free is when nobody else can tell us what to be. Free is when the TV ain't controlling what we see. Told my niggas I need you. Through all the fame, you know I stay true. Pray my niggas stay free. Made a few mistakes, but this ain't where I wanna be. Before I'm judged by 12, put a 12 on my feet. Told my niggas I need you. Stay up, I know these times ain't true. Real life was free.
I was cunning, just got a pad out in London.
Rick Ross always has the first verse. I'm sorry. Always has the first verse of the song.
I think Rick Ross brings like a certain energy that gets a song going off, taking off, which I think is
no, 100%. I just think it's so funny. I really, if it's not his song, he's always the first guy to rap.
Absolutely, always. I mean, I don't know if he's really a killer where you put him last. Though.
No, I agree. No, that's the right way to do it.
Just to shout out start it up the chorus. It's pretty cool. He's talking about being free. It's when you can control what you see. It's when nobody's telling you what to be. All that. That's probably we'll probably get into that a little deeper. But I also like just the ending of that one is before I'm judged by 12. I'm in court. I want to put 12 in the bank.
Yeah,
it's pretty smart of Meek Mill. So that's a cool chorus. Probably get to it later. It's pretty good. I mean, it's catchy,
AK shots, niggas ducking straight shots. Been a top dog, that's before the K dots. Cracking in 06, immaculate showmanship. Talking like you Mitch, disastrous on the strip. Holding on your bitch, could've never sold you a brick. With them people, you never been on the list. Mona Lisa to me ain't nothing but a bitch. Hanging pictures like niggas swinging from his dick. We so different.
Alright, I had a couple of things to say so far with what Rick Ross has said. I don't know really the timing, so I mean, today we're stirring the pot, but
this is like 2018. This came out. It's when the Eagles won the championship.
Okay, yeah. So it's never mind. I'm not even gonna go with that, but I also really like the bar in the beginning where he says, it's, big talk from Rick Ross always has to be expected. He says, "Nah, you're with the guys. Your name's never been on the list."
Yeah, no. Listen, he's talking his shit a little bit, but something that I noticed, and I could just be totally wrong, I feel like he loves saying the words Mona Lisa. Like this is not the only song where he's referenced.
Yeah, I don't think
that
so.
painting. Like he
right.
constantly I mean, I just thought that I laughed. I just Mona Lisa's a bitch.
It's a motif of Rick Ross.
All right.
To mention Mona Lisa.
That's yeah.
The also thing I liked is I've been a top dog. That's before the K dots, which we spoke about in our other videos. The Control verse, where Kendrick Lamar pretty much came out and said, "I'm going to be the biggest. I'm going to be the number one rapper in the game right now." And I think that kind of speaks to what Rick Ross is saying. I was there way before all these younger guys before me who are now getting the shine that I already had.
And I don't want to talk too much, but I shit on Rick Ross a little bit. So let me try and. That Mona Lisa's a bitch line, the song What's Free, trying to clear your mind of what everyone else is telling you. So he's like, yo, Mona Lisa's just a bitch to me. Why is that painting worth so much money?
That's fair. All right, yeah, I see that.
I respect that.
You thought these didn't exist. The Megalodon never seen on his wrist.
Another word he loves, Megalodon.
Yeah, that's true.
God is the greatest, but Satan been on his shit. Walking the pavement, I pray I'm illuminated. Over a decade and never nobody's favorite.
So
that's a fact, though.
Been over a decade and I'm still nobody's favorite. That's true. I mean, he always goes first, right? The other thing I also liked is God's the greatest, but Satan's been on his shit. It's kind of we all have vices. We all have things that we do that maybe might not seem the most positive light. But it's that temptation that we have to get through and fight, which I kind of like. Is where he's like, you know, even when you're at the highest part of the game, like you're still trying to do good. It's still hard to do though.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. But yeah, that is mad funny. It's been a decade. I'm still nobody's favorite. It's like, yeah, well, that's why you're going first.
Party kilo go hand in hand like we gamble and huff. My Meek over 1 million grams when we count them and up. You was dead broke, I let you hold it back. You paid for it, but I fuck around and stole the track. Screaming gang gang, now you wanna rap. Racketeering charges caught him on the tap.
You know, that's about it.
Looking for a bond, lawyers wanted tax.
That's a 6ix9ine diss.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's.
Yes, I remember when that whole. Yes, I remember he like said something
Yeah.
dumb about Meek, right?
Yeah, so Rick Ross actually takes a lot of cheap shots lately. Like since this song has been taking a lot of cheap shots at 6ix9ine. I'm not saying they're cheap as in like they're undeserving or whatever. He did what he did, but like
Rick is so
like,
above him.
like he'll have a bunch of bars about something completely different, and then he'll just throw in a 6ix9ine diss, and it's like
Just
all right.
tack it on there, you know?
Yeah.
Why not? It's
I
like-
mean, much like this, honestly. I guess prison time and everything has to do with being free, so I guess it does. It is right for what he's doing.
True.
here.
Yeah. It's
But-
it's the message of the song.
But there are some times where he's just like, yeah, we talk about this and then throw a 6ix9ine diss in.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't know if there's something there, like if maybe him and 6ix9ine like had some sort of not relationship, but like I don't know, something happened to them, like whatever.
Yeah,
But
who knows?
Rick Ross is such a
is
bigger rapper. In fact, is such a bigger rapper than 6ix9ine ever will ever be. Like,
I think
stop paying him attention.
as far as respect goes, you're saying.
all around. I don't think.
I don't know. My boy 6ix9ine, not my boy,
Yeah,
the
much
boy.
about.
That guy 6ix9ine. He does numbers. He used to do numbers. That's something I will say.
Yeah, those few tracks. But yo, Rick's been around for.
Yeah, a decade, freaking decade.
That's what I'm saying. I 6ix9ine's in and out. One of those people who just it was fun, and now you're just annoying.
Yeah, I feel that honestly. No, that's true though. Like where it's like he's such a recognized troll that it's kind of like why is Rick Ross even paying him
There's
any
like
mind?
documentaries on it now.
Yeah, facts.
Like
That's facts.
he's a more of an actor than a rapper at this point. Like
Yeah,
he's just
like a personality.
That's what I'm saying. He just start blogging about your life, bro. People will watch
Yeah,
it.
just don't let anybody know where you are because that might not be good.
Man, got the fingers on your
What's
back.
free? Free is when nobody else can tell us what to be.
Great
Free is
chorus.
when the TV ain't controlling what we see.
Yeah, it's so
Tell
catchy.
my niggas I need you. Through all the fame, you know I stay true. Pray my niggas stay free. Made a few mistakes, but this ain't where I wanna be. Before I'm judged by 12, put a 12 on my feet. Told my niggas I need you. Stay up, I know these times ain't true. Real life, what's free? Fed investigations, heard they plotting like I trap. 20 million cash, they know I got that off a rap. Maybe it's the Michael Rubens or the Robert Krafts or the billionaire from Marcy in the way they got my back. See how I prevailed and then they tried it, I mean back.
Robert, I remember that Robert Kraft was like, yo, like
Yeah, so he's talking about who was it, Rick Rubin or Mark Rubin?
I don't know.
I think it was Mark Rubin, Kraft, and then he said and a billionaire from Marcy, so Jay-Z. All had his back to get him out of jail, which is pretty cool. He's showing love to the people that got him out, which is really cool.
Yeah.
That's just
And he's saying like it was the rich white guys and like the rapper friends he had too. Like it wasn't just like a race thing. He's like, yo, it's just about like who we were, who we are at the time. Like they were just trying to help me out.
Yeah, I like that. I like that he starts his thing about being free. About he gives pays homage, gives a shout out to people who got involved in this case to help him out. That's pretty cool.
Lock me in the cell for all them nights and I won't snack. 250 is show and they still think I'm selling crack. When you bring my name up to the judge, you tell them facts. Tell them how we funding all these kids to go to college. Tell them how we ceasing all these wars, stopping violence.
Yeah,
Trying
that's
to fix
sick.
the system in the way that they
Yeah,
designed
no,
it.
absolutely. Like
Yeah.
when he goes, I charge $250 a show, and you're still trying to bring me up on crack charges. Like, bro, I don't need to do that.
Yeah.
Like
He starts off at $20 million in the bank, and then he says, "I'm making $250,000 a show. Why am I selling? Why is there even the idea that I'm still selling crack?
I hear you. That's
And I also like that. I'm assuming what he's saying is true. That's cool. He's saying, I'm helping kids go to college. I'm trying to help redesign the structure they set up that obviously was failing. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
We ceasing all these wars, stopping violence. Trying to fix the system in the way that they designed it. I think they want me silenced. Oh, say you can see.
That's a cool
I'm
ad.
feel
I like
I'm
that.
free. Locked down in my cell, shackled from ankle to feet. Judge banging that gavel, turned me to slave from a king. Another day in the bin, I gotta hang from a string. Just for popping a willie, my people march to the city. From a
Sounds like a Jay-Z verse.
on the top of the city.
Yeah, it does.
You can tell how we rockin' soon
It
as
really
I
does.
follow.
What song? Yeah.
In 94, Big Poppin' and Diddy and niggas counting me out. Like my account ain't busy, that's 5 million 20.
So-
Sit up and
Obviously, he does sound like Jay-Z. He gives out P. Diddy and Biggie, paying homage to them, which is also really cool.
That was a brush your shoulder. That was the cadence of brush your shoulders off, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what it was.
It definitely had that. It definitely had that like sample feel to it, where that's where he was attacking it.
I love when rappers do shit like that.
100%. And I think it ties everything together. It gives you a bit of a community vibe to it. Where it's like, oh, like if I can recognize an old song and a new song, it gives that connection, that nostalgic feel almost. Also, I like the little play. I like the "Osei, can you see?" that he uses. That was pretty cool. How he takes a somewhat positive view on the system. "Osei, can you see?" Like a very American style vibe, and then he brings it to his life in the streets that he lived in, the life he lived in, and how it's it's not always sunny on his side of the thing, which is kind of cool. I like that.
Say, can you see?
Yeah, that
you should
recycling.
See from everyone's perspective,
Yeah.
not just one side of it.
Yo, that's actually fact. Say, can you see? It's like, no, you can't. If you can't see, if you can only see your side, you don't see where I'm coming from, then you can't, and you shouldn't say it.
Fact.
That's fact.
count to I'm busy. Pay the 500,000, 100 round and it's dizzy. Is we beefing and rapping? I might just pop it with Drizzy. Like, what's free? Free is when nobody else could tell us.
Also, are we beefing or rapping? I might just pop it off with Drizzy. Speaking to their old back-to-back, that rap beef. Now they're just kind of saying like, hey, like there can just be rapping beef, not just beef where it
like
comes
it's just
to real life.
yeah, it's just like you argue with your friends just to piss them off sometimes. Like
Yeah, I like that little callback.
is it just Jay-Z's verse left? I don't remember. Damn, Jay-Z's got a lot of time.
Yeah, and he uses it.
I'm excited. I don't remember his verse. So.
So
Rick Ross went first, and on Meek's own song, Jay-Z goes last. Come on, Rick.
It's been more than a decade. He's a lot of people's favorite. Chill.
2 decades.
In the land of the free where the blacks enslaved.
Oh, I remember this.
3/5 of a man, I believe's the phrase. I'm 50% of Duce and it's dead free, yeah. 100% of Ace of Spade, worth half a beat. Rock Nation, half of that, that's my piece. 100% of title to bust it up with my G's. Smokes my niggas won't ever work together.
Before we get to the whole bar, what he just did might be the biggest case of big talk on a rap ever. He literally just let you know, okay, we're gonna start talking numbers. There's my resume.
Well, yeah.
That's why anybody ever talks about Jay-Z making money. People say, oh, he only owned a seat at the Barclays Center. Dude, there's nobody who took rap and made a business like Jay-Z did. So shouts out to him.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, he just where he came from to where he is now, it's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. Let's run it back a little bit because now he starts getting a little deep if I remember.
Title to bust it up with my G's. Smokes my niggas won't ever work together. You run a checker, but they never give you leverage. No red hat, though Michael and Prince mean, yay. They separate you when you got Michael and Prince's DNA. I ain't one of these house niggas you bought. My house like a resort. My house bigger than yours, my spot. Come on, man.
Love that line. He's going back to like, all right, like my house is bigger, everything's better. I think that my spouse. Come on, man. Like, you know what it is.
I know. He doesn't need to like brag about his wife. Like, yo, it's like this is something we need to do in my rap song because I can show you the rest of everything else that I got. Like,
plus it's like, yo, if you're listening to my song, you know who
yeah,
I
you
am.
know who, yeah,
you know who Beyonce is.
Come on.
It's back to like the Drake thing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, oh yeah, of course I know Nicki Minaj. Back to like the slavery bars that he was spitting. Like, he's kind of saying like, since I've gotten through the game and everything, like I was never able to be bought. I was never somebody who was gonna let the system take me. I took the system for all it could.
Yeah.
Which is awesome, and it's super true about Jay-Z. Obviously,
Yeah.
after all.
I mean, I like it was, we don't got through his whole past. Like, obviously, he did shit that you shouldn't do.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like,
drug dealing's bad.
Yeah, but like, yeah, he did what he had to do, and then he stopped doing it when he started to actually have a life, which is like that Jid song, and he says like rap is gone from the slingers.
Yeah, Skeegee.
Yeah. It's the rap is gone from the
slingers to the fiends. Yeah, man.
And that's why but like Jay-Z is literally the example. He's like, he doesn't
slinger.
promote it.
No.
He doesn't promote drug use, but he says, yes, I used it to prop myself up. I don't think you should do that. But once you get out of that game, get out of the game. Like,
I forgot. I was watching a documentary and a rapper said like in the beginning most labels were built off drug money. It was just a way to siphon the money, and I thought that was kind of crazy, especially when you look at like Murder Inc., who the FBI did raid because of it. like Ja Rule's old thing, you know, which is kind of crazy. And then you look at Jay-Z, where he showed you that it wasn't all about drugs. Like you can move away from this and look what he becomes. Just sick.
Route better, of course. We started without food in our mouth. They gave us pork and pig intestines. Shit you discarded that we ingested. We made the project away. You came back, reinvested and gentrified it. Took niggas sense of pride and high as free. And them people stole the soul and hit niggas with 360s. I ain't got a billion streams.
I mean, it's Jay-Z. He's going to bring a lot of content, especially at this point in his life. You know, he's not getting on a beat that he doesn't mean to actually say something.
Yeah.
I really liked that he brought up, you know, the 360 bar. You know, the 360 bars. You know, it's kind of the plague of the new plague of the rap game, where you get a young guy, you get him on a 360 deal, and now next thing you know, you're every dollar he gets, you're taking a piece of everything, which is kind of insane. A 360 deal. If you're on a 360 deal, you messed up. And some people think, you know, the labels and everything are the biggest thing out there. If you get signed, you're the biggest thing out there. But, I mean, you look at YouTube, you look at other stuff, now the 360 deal is avoidable.
Read your contract, you know?
Yeah, for real.
Oh.
And also, like, us being from Brooklyn, like, we've seen the gentrification.
Oh, 100%.
That he's talking about. And the pig intestines lines, that goes back to, you know, he's still rapping about, you know, slavery a little bit back then. It was the pieces of the meat that was left to the slaves, and they went and made chitlins and stuff with it, and, you know, made it good, which is kind of like what he's saying, what they did with the projects. They turned it into, you know, the culture of a city, so that people were like, oh, like, we want culture, and then instead went and gentrified the area away from its culture, which is, you know, I think a messed up thing. I mean, you see that, you see the anti-gentrification, and I mean, I feel like I could stand with that a little bit. And also, I mean, Jay-Z obviously he had a part in the Barclays Center, so I don't really know where the gentrification, where that line's crossed.
I mean, yeah, because when they first built that arena, it was much different area.
Yeah,
and now it's not. I mean, like, it's just it's
very gentrified.
It's like, yeah, it's not what it used to be.
And
not saying it's terrible, but at the same time, like, yeah, you said, like, the culture of Brooklyn is not there.
Yeah, it's a weird line to draw.
It's all big store names, and
it's a weird gentrification's a weird line for Jay-Z to draw, though. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I know, I totally agree with you.
And yeah, I mean, in some areas gentrification's good, but I can't.
Listen, I love Jay-Z, but we will shoot you straight.
Exactly. That's what you can come here for.
Took niggas sense of pride and high that's free. And them people stole the soul and hit niggas with 360s. I ain't got a billion streams, got $1 billion. Inflating numbers like we supposed to be happy about this. We was praising Billboard, but we were young. Now I look at Billboard like, is you dumb? To this day, grandma afraid what I might say. They gonna have to kill me, grandmama, I'm not their slave.
So obviously the Billboard, it's kind of what I was saying. It's like the fruit is the turkey, is the Thanksgiving. It sounds like a murder to me. It's just, you know, with the cowboys and Indians, the pilgrims. They, I mean, yeah, it's true, but like, I just feel like it's a little low-hanging fruit to add into what he's saying, because I mean, he's dropping some real content. And also in the review, when we drop our rating at the end of this, there's one bar we missed that I actually would like to talk about.
Now toll free, label rob you for millions, yet you wanna put a hole in me. Sugar free, seasoned but I'm salt free. You lay a hand on hold my shooters, shoot for free. I promise World War III. Send an order through a hands free. Kill you in 24 hours, the shorter you can't ignore the hand speed. On guard is off the head, this improv, but it's no comedy. Sign I fail, hell no.
The laugh kills me. It doesn't like the whole song.
I mean, yeah, there used to be like a part of him growing, like when he was.
No, I know. It reminds me of some creepy like villain in a movie. I can't like put my finger on it.
Yeah. So one thing we didn't touch on really, which we will, I guess, is the red hat Kanye. That was a really cool bar that he spits on it, where he says, "No red hat, don't Michael and Prince me and Ye. They try and separate you when you got Michael and Prince's DNA."
Okay.
That's really cool because, like, one, he's putting Jay-Z, and Jay-Z is putting him and Kanye up as, you know, two of the biggest stars in the world, much like Michael Jackson and Prince were at the time, which is a really cool bar. And then also, just because I don't support the same political movement that my boy doesn't mean we're separated in our views of other things or we're not boys anymore, you know?
Which goes back to the title of the song, "What's Free."
Yeah, hey.
Think freely and just, you don't need to not like somebody because of the way they think. Have a conversation with them and figure that shit out.
Exactly, that's it. And everyone has the right to their own free opinion.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it's a 2-year-old song, but I mean, it was one of the better ones on this album. I mean, it's got 3 heavy hitters on it.
Yeah, for real.
2 heavy hitters in Rick Ross.
Rough.
I had to. I love Rick Ross. Come on. But yeah, I liked it.
Yeah,
it's a good song.
This was more of a review than a reaction for sure. It's like you said, 2 years old. But I mean, it's a good song. I give like a 7, like a 7.5, 7.6.
Damn, I was gonna say 7.5.
Yeah, thanks.
Right on the money though. But yeah, like I said, good song. It's 2 years old. If you haven't heard it though,
give it a listen. It's sick.
Give it a listen straight through.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and suggest a song for next month. Let's get those requests in. Thanks a lot.
Peace.
It's the move.